welcome to the third episode of Ask An Atheist. We are a weekly educational call-in program dedicated to issues of atheism, skeptical inquiry, and the separation of church and state. My name is Mike Gillis, and while God may not be my co-pilot, Mr. Case is.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to be working on the Sabbath with you, Mike.
Yes.
Again. Yeah.
Can't stone us through the TV. You'll only damage your own property.
Right. But thanks for thinking of us.
Yes. So, what are you watching today? This is Ask an Atheist. What is an atheist exactly?
Well, very literally, it's someone who doesn't believe in God, and that is something that even agnostics, even when you boil down their arguments, would have to agree that they don't have an active belief in God, and so by definition, they'd be atheists too.
Yeah.
And one of the things we like to do is really like to strip off that notion that atheists are curmudgeonly, skeptical, or mean, or rude, or whatever. That they're actually good, decent people too. And
it's not like our Grammy's in a wheelchair and we shake our fist at the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that what it really comes down to is that the claims that people make about the existence of a god or gods, whether it's Crom, Frith, or Yahweh, they just haven't met the burden of proof. And I would like to actually take this moment to talk a bit about the success we've had on this show. That this is only our third episode, and already we're getting a ton of emails, not just from around the area, but around the world. We're getting stuff from Singapore, getting stuff from Germany, Brazil, and that's really the thanks to a number of people who've been willing to help us out. The number one of which would be the ACA, the Atheist Community of Austin, based out of Texas. Those are the people who gave us the Atheist Experience call-in show.
Guys, good job, and thank you very much.
Yeah, they're not only the number one inspiration for us creating this program, but they gave us big props on their blog, and our just the views that we have on blip.tv just skyrocketed. They promoted our website, and the second person we really need to thank it's a YouTube user called FreeThinker. That's FreeThinker with two Fs.
Two Fs?
Oh my God, I swear. If it was medically possible for me to bear several of your children, I think I would be obligated to do so. He put not only a clip of our first show up on his YouTube channel, which has 44,000 subscribers. That's the sort of exposure we got in just a day. We went from having on our official YouTube channel, Ask an Atheist TV, from having about 9 to 10 subscribers. We're just under 900 right now. Most of those within the first 24 hours. So FreeThinker, I bow to you, and this is coming from me. I don't bow to anyone.
Yeah,
so.
That one thing that struck me about your sentence is not only in the same sentence did you say, "Oh my God," but you offered to have another man's baby.
Yeah.
And you and I had a deal, so I'm just, I'm a little upset about that. So.
There's a lot of me to go around.
All right. Fair enough.
So I just want to say, FreeThinker,
thank you.
And you fine folks at the ACA, thank you.
Thank you.
And we just have some other announcements, but I guess the main thing I'd like to talk about is that this is really not uncommon in the atheist community or greater atheist movement that I've seen. I think that there's a real maturity that I've had. I've worked as a political activist before in the past, and I've never seen anything quite like this, where when the bus ad campaigns or the billboard campaigns happened, there never was this sense that when another city were to pick up and carry on, sometimes with the exact same bus ad art, same language on the bus, nobody ever screamed about, "Oh, you stole my idea, you're just a ripoff." I've never heard that in the atheist community. There's this sense of, it's like a validation of a good idea. And that's something I find incredibly heartening, that it just says that we're able to get beyond just this simple childishness. And I'm gratified by that.
It's like we're the sense of we're all pitching coal into the same fire. We all want to see atheism, the notions of atheism be more positive and for people to challenge their beliefs.
Yeah, that even those of us who we argue amongst ourselves about certain things, there's always a sense that we're on the same side.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm just gratified that. So ACA, FreeThinker, thank you, and we hope to return the favor someday.
Right. One thing I want to mention is when we read through the emails, one thing that I was struck by was there seemed to be many folks don't seem to have the same resources that we're fortunate to have here in Seattle. Mm-hmm. There are so many secular groups here in Seattle. I mean, almost a dozen or so. We're so fortunate. I mean, I've been lucky enough to be able to build up a circle of friends in that when I meet a believer, the believer is the person who's the odd man out. I am so fortunate here in Seattle. We're just very, very lucky.
We are very unchurched.
Yeah, and
I think the word is.
And when you look at folks in the rest of the world, most people don't have that. They're usually surrounded by family or friends and an entire community that's very religious. So, thank you guys for writing. It's really nice. And, we'll do whatever we can to answer your questions. We're going to try to get through all of them today. So anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Let's go through some quick announcements.
Yes.
The 2010 Northwest Free Thought Coalition 4th of July picnic is going to be this next Sunday. No, it's a Sunday after next.
Yes.
July 4th at Ravenna Park. And that's at 2000 Northeast 58th Street, just south of the 20th Avenue pedestrian bridge. If you're not familiar with the Northwest Free Thought Coalition, this is a coalition of those groups that Case just mentioned. And I think that it's important just to throw their names out there so people get an idea of how many groups are involved in this. And there's the Humanists of Washington, Seattle Atheists, Tacoma Atheists, the Humanists of North Puget Sound, the University Unitarian Humanists, the Ethical Culture Society of Puget Sound, the Secular Jewish Circle of Puget Sound, Freethinkers United Network, and many, many more.
Yeah, we're very lucky. Yes. And, if you have a chance to make it out to the picnic, you'll have a great time. I'm going to be running some games, and there'll be a lot of socializing, and it'll be a good time.
Should be fun. It starts at potluck from 1 to 3, program at 3 o'clock, close up at 5.
Yes.
So the other big news is Christopher Hitchens is coming to Town Hall on this Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. I know you can get tickets at brownpapertickets.com.
That is correct, yes. We're bringing a contingent of about 60 people down to that, so that's going to be a good time. Yeah. I'm going to be hard-pressed to find a restaurant that'll fit all of us, but that tells you what a great turnout we get for these sort of things. And I wouldn't be surprised if the tickets are sold out by now, but if you can get a chance, get onto Brown Paper Tickets and get a ticket, maybe look for us, and we'll be happy to have some laughs with you. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Let's do some quick news.
Okay.
And
I'll tell you what. I'll open up the news.
Okay.
So I got a really good one here.
Sure. What do you got?
Let's see. I don't know if you've heard about this, but there's the Touchdown Jesus statue.
Jesus.
Yes, at the Solid Rock Church in Monroe, Ohio. This is a 62-foot tall Jesus sculpture, which was called the Touchdown Jesus because of the way he had his arms up in the air and much like a referee saying touchdown. The statue was hit by lightning, burned down to the ground.
Oh.
It was valued between $400,000 to $600,000. And I guess as atheists, we find it ironic. There's a certain bit of irony that many people who purport to know God's will say, like look at Hurricane Katrina. Some people say that Hurricane Katrina occurred because of their promiscuous lifestyles, because Ellen DeGeneres lived nearby. I mean, whatever host of reasons they can come up with. So as atheists, it's kind of ironic to see. Not that we want to see any loss of life or anything like that. But it's kind of ironic to see a statue of Jesus burned to the ground, or lightning hit a church. So it's just
maybe it was too high. It was too tall. It was threatening God in some way.
Maybe it's like a Tower of Babel type
Tower
of thing.
Babel. Apparently, we draw the line at like 6 stories now.
Yeah, that's the 60 feet. Yeah, maybe
60 feet.
Maybe that's the lesson that could be gleaned from this.
Yeah, they already said that they are going to defy God's will and build this thing up again.
Yeah, it's so hard to know God's will. It really is so hard. I mean, is he mad about the plaster? Is he mad about its location? Maybe he didn't like people calling it Touchdown Jesus. There's just no way to know.
Yeah, I've heard it also referred to as Drowning Jesus, because if you notice, the statue is only him from the waist up.
Okay.
And he's right in front of a pond, so it kind of looks like he's help.
That's kind of like Planet of the Apes with the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, it really is like that.
Yeah.
I would love to pose in front of this thing.
Damn you, dirty apes!
You maniacs!
All right, I got the.
All right.